Nigeria has become lawless, a country where those in power are abusing the privileges given to them because of greed and wickedness. In today's video, we take a look at the top 10 Nigerian politicians that are still alive, but they have stolen the highest money from Nigeria. These men are even richer than the respective states that they came from. Before we continue, kindly subscribe to our channel for more interesting updates. Like this video, turn your post notification, comment on this video, and share this video. Nigerian politicians are evil, and it is sad to say that Nigerian politicians are the worst things to happen to this country. Do you know that from 2015 to 2025, Nigerian politicians has invested more than $200 billion in the United States of America alone? These are money that they stole from a developing country, and they are investing it in a developed country. With how things are going in this country, very soon we will consume our foreign reserve. Do you know that the foreign reserve of Nigeria is currently $41 billion? Equating it to naira, this is just 62 trillion naira. Do you know that our budget for 2025 alone is 85% of Nigeria's total foreign reserve? Even from our national budget, politicians will still collect more than 40% of the money through looting. This is the kind of mess that our country, Nigeria, is currently in. Well, let us not dabble with words. Let's dive into the countdown immediately. At the number 10 spot, we have Udom Emmanuel. The former governor of Akwa Ibom was elected in 2015 as a messiah that will cause development in the state. Though Akwa Ibom is an oil-producing state, it lacked development. The state lacked industries that have the capacity to attract foreign investors. When Emmanuel Udom was elected, the people thought their prayers has finally been answered. But the ex-governor was a devil in an angel's clothing. In his 8 years of office, Udom received 3 trillion naira from the federation account. But when he was leaving office, he left behind a huge debt profile of 500 billion naira, unpaid ongoing projects worth 300 billion naira, and he could not even account of how he spent 700 billion naira from the money that was given to him. From 2019 to 2023, Emmanuel Udom has withdrawn the sum of 31 billion naira cash from a single account named Office of the Governor. He was arrested by the EFCC on the 4th of March 2025, but was later released. How the EFCC released a man that allegedly stole 700 billion naira is still shocking. At number 9, we have Diezani Alison-Madueke. You'll be shocked how much this woman has stolen from Nigeria. In an era where gender equality and more female inclusion in government has become the order of the day, Nigerians thought that finally, a woman who will reform the oil and gas sector and end the ceaseless corruption that is in that sector is about to be instated. They never knew that Diezani Alison is a green snake in a green grass. As the Minister of Petroleum from 2010 to 2015, this is a summary of all that this woman stole from the government. Under former CBN Governor Sanusi, it was reported that Diezani diverted $20 billion from 2010 to 2015. Diezani allegedly manipulated kerosene subsidy. She swapped fuel deals, and she was the mastermind behind the Malibu oil deal, all of which totaled $6 billion. Diezani allegedly disbursed $115 million to influence the 2015 presidential election in favor of late President Muhammadu Buhari. Diezani allegedly engaged in a $70 million money laundering case. So far, the FBI and the EFCC has succeeded in recovering the following assets and money from Alison-Madueke. On the 10th of January 2025, the United States returned $52.88 million in seized assets linked to Diezani. In Nigeria as well, the EFCC has recovered $153 million cash from Diezani and has seized assets valued at $80 million. In total, this woman allegedly stole $26.2 billion from Nigeria, but only $285.8 million was recovered. At the number 8, we have Godswill Akpabio, the ex-governor, who is currently the Senate President of Nigeria, has been a hard nut to crack for the EFCC and other regulatory body. After his tenure as governor, Akpabio was allegedly interrogated by the EFCC for misappropriating 108 billion naira. It was also alleged that he spent 18 billion naira on VIP services and luxury expenditures. In 2023, the NACAT, Network Against Corruption and Trafficking, accused Akpabio of allegedly diverting 700 billion naira during his tenure as a governor. In the month of May 2020, he was allegedly accused of misappropriating 120 billion naira as a minister in charge of the Niger Delta. In the month of April in 2021, Sahara reporters alleged that Akpabio attempted to bribe the then EFCC chairman with $350,000. Even with Akpabio's alleged 24 documented fraud cases, he was still elected as the Senate President of Nigeria. At number 7, we have Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu. Dr. Ikpeazu was the ex-governor of Abia State from May 2015 to May 2023. His administration was awful. People were complaining. Salaries were owed to civil servants. Environmentally, the state was considered the most dirtiest state in Nigeria. After the present governor, Dr. Alex Oti, took over, he invited KPMG, who carried out an intensive auditing of the past administration, and what was discovered will make you cry. It was discovered that the ex-governor awarded ghost contracts of over 50 billion naira with non-traceable execution records. He awarded a ghost contract also for the construction of Abia State Airport. The funniest one was when it was discovered that the ex-governor awarded a 10 billion naira contract for the reconstruction of the Abia State House. The KPMG audit also discovered that Dr. Ikpeazu allegedly misappropriated 1.9 trillion naira during his tenure as governor from 2015 to 2023. At number 6, we have Chimaroke Nnamani. Chimaroke was one of the most feared governors that Enugu State has ever produced. When he was elected in 1999, no one dared to challenge Chimaroke. It was even rumored that he allegedly sent assassins to kill a Reverend Father in Enugu State, Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka, simply because the Catholic priest was exposing the evil things that Chimaroke was doing. Aside his dictatorship, Nnamani was allegedly a renowned political fraudster. In 2007, after leaving office, Nnamani was charged by the EFCC on a 105 counts of conspiracy, money laundering, and misappropriation of public funds. It was alleged that Chimaroke stole 5 billion naira. In 2009, the FBI filed a civil forfeiture action against the ex-governor, alleging that Nnamani stole $41.8 billion during his tenure as Enugu State Governor. At number 5, we have Ibrahim Babangida. Ibrahim Babangida was a military head of state from 1985 to 1993. In his reign, Babangida embezzled the wealth of Nigeria with reckless abandon. Some of his atrocities and embezzlements are as follows. In 1994, it was alleged that IBB embezzled $12.2 billion US dollars from excess crude oil revenue generated during the 1990-1991 Gulf War between Iraq and Kuwait. During the war, a barrel of crude oil went from $15 per barrel to $45 per barrel, and with Nigeria being the biggest exporter of crude oil at the time from Africa, the country profited greatly from this Gulf War. But only one man allegedly embezzled 99% of the whole money. IBB allegedly engaged in a debt buyback scam which gave him over $14 billion in personal profits. Corruption was normalized under the reign of the former head of state, Ibrahim Babangida. At the number 4, we have Yahaya Bello. In today's politics, Yahaya Bello remains a hard nut for Nigerians to understand. The former governor of Kogi State has proven to be more powerful than the government and the EFCC. The kind of embezzlement that Yahaya Bello engaged in is really shocking. To make matters worse, Yahaya Bello is bragging that he cannot be touched by anyone. In the month of February 2025, the EFCC alleged that Yahaya Bello diverted 80 billion naira from Kogi State Treasury and acquired luxury properties in Abuja and Dubai with the money. In November 2024, Yahaya Bello and 2 other accomplices diverted 110.4 billion naira meant for the people of Kogi State and for development in Kogi State. In 2019, July to be precise, Yahaya Bello allegedly embezzled 20 billion naira meant for the payment of civil servants. Despite all these criminal charges, he was granted bail after he paid 500 million naira and provided 2 needed sureties. At number 3, we have Nyesom Wike. The former governor of Rivers is one of the few men that considered himself a god. From past antecedents, Nyesom Wike has proven to be extremely corrupt and highly intoxicated by power. During the presidential election of 2023, Nyesom Wike was buying votes with hundreds of millions of dollars in support of President Bola Tinubu. In July 2025, it was discovered that Nyesom Wike has allegedly granted 3,822 hectares of federal lands in Abuja, valued at $6.45 billion US dollars, to his 2 sons between October 2024 and May 2025. As the next governor of Rivers State, Wike has allegedly embezzled billions of naira. At the number 2nd spot, we have Bola Tinubu. The current president of Nigeria has been alleged to be one of the frontliners of bribery and corruption in Nigeria. How Tinubu seized power and unpleasantly forced his will to lead this great country down the throats of many patriotic citizens of Nigeria is very shameful. He allegedly bought the INEC chairman. God knows how much Professor Yakubu was paid to falsify electoral results. Tinubu, popularly referred to as the Jagaban of Lagos, has always been in the background, controlling the affairs of Lagos, the economy, and as well dictating who will rise and fall in the economic hub of Nigeria. Tinubu in 1993 has a drug-related allegation levied against him. Aside that, not much is known about the Jagaban, but many are alleging that Tinubu is into a lot of corrupt practices, though not yet known to the general public.